Okay, let's start our next video. I would like to explain today the idea and the concept of input-output stream. You have already used that, but let's try to explain it in a more systematic manner. We already talked about how to create a socket. This is the statement which you use on the client side. Client, new socket, local host, or an IP address and a port number. This is the statement which the server has to execute in order to accept the connection. If the server does not execute the statement, the client will time out, will wait for some time depending on the timeout, which later we will talk about how to do the timeout. Anyway, assume that we have the statement, Now we are ready to exchange data. In order to exchange data, we need to have what is called the input-output stream. Now, let me first do the, since I'm using the client here, let me take this out, and the client will send some message to the server. Of course, the server can actually initiate the message. Once we have the connection established between the client and the server, either one of them can talk to the other. Let's do the client wants to talk to the server with some data. So I will use the output stream first. This is the output. Now I call this out. Now I can actually call this any variable. I can call it X, I can call it Y, I can call it anything. This is a variable. So for now I will just call it out as we have. Now this out variable is used to write into the socket. This socket, remember, the socket is an address in the memory. So let me make sure that we understand that. Let me take this socket, let me visualize it somewhere else, somewhere here. I will draw something like this. This is my memory. Okay. Let me take this out. This is my memory, and no fell. So this is my memory, and within the memory there is an address right here. There is a location. Okay, this location is my socket. This is my, and this could be actually, to be more accurate, this is an address to the memory. That's my address. Okay, and this address points to some location in the memory. Wait, that's my location here in the memory. So this address points somewhere here. So in reality, this is my socket. So this is my port number. This could be address 1000, 2000, 2222, whatever that address is. And this is where the data is. So when I say I want to write into the socket from here, let me take this and I will say I want to write from the out into a socket. Actually, what this is, this out here, this out, on the memory scheme, it looks something like this. So this is my out. Alright, this is my out here. And this was my socket number, call it client socket. That's my client socket. And in order to write into this location right here, I should be able to write a data. Now this out, let me do the following. I want to visualize this. I want you to understand this very well. This is my data. Let me call this, this is number I'll call it my name. My name is. This is the data that I have. I want to write it into the socket. All right. My name is whatever. I would like to write this data into this location. Okay, just 1 second. I want to write this data into this memory. Now, in order to do that, my name is, I would like this to go to the socket. I don't do it directly. I will have this, whatever in this out goes into the socket. I need to have an association between the out and the socket. And I want this to be permanent. I want this every time I write something into the out, which is my name is, it's already in the out. I want this my name is to go directly into the memory, this memory which is pointed to by the socket. So how do I do that? Now, for now, ignore this thing. Okay, so let's take this out from the picture. Let me move it aside, so this has nothing to do with my lecture. I'll come back here. So now, to establish the connection between the out and the CS, I will have a statement, and the statement will be, this is my statement on the client side. Let me get it from here. Okay, this is my statement. All right. Okay. First, let me put it here so I can explain it carefully. So this statement, which I call it print stream, this is my out. That's exactly, this is my out right here. It's equal new something, so I'm creating something. I call this something, it's a print stream. It's writing, print, every time you use the word print, it means we are writing something. We want to write into the into a variable. So print stream client dot get output stream. Now this is client. What do you want to put this so that it can be more visible? Let me bring it down here. This is my statement. Let's make it one statement. And make it like this, so that now we understand. So this is a method, client dot get output stream. So I get output stream, it's a method that belongs to the class, to the socket class, which is the provided by Java. So when I say client dot get output stream, so I am writing something into this socket. Okay, which is I call now here I call it CS client socket. Actually, this is client, so we'll not confuse things. This is the client. So the socket name is a client dot get output stream, and I put this into out, or I put out into it. So this statement, which I just wrote, actually establishes this link. So when I execute this statement, print output, print stream out equal new print stream client dot get output stream, actually what I am doing, I'm making this link between output and the client, meaning when I say I create a link, right here, exactly it is like what I have just done here. That's what I did. This link, this line here, or the statement, actually makes a connection between this out, which has, it's the my name right here, what okay, so this out, my name is, and it goes from this memory, from this out, which is pointing to the location called my name is, and this my name is immediately goes to the memory which is pointed at by the client socket. This is my client right here. Okay, this is my client, so let's make it like this. All right. So this connection, which I have just did, it is the implementation of the statement. So from this time on, every time I put something into the out, if I say out equal, for example, let me put a statement, let me call it out equal my name is Mike, make it for shorter name. So this my name is Mike, when I say out equal, so my name is Mike goes into out, into this location, and immediately it will go into the socket. So there is no need any further to say, oh, the socket now will have the value my name is Mike. When I say the socket has the value, actually it's this location here. This location will have immediately the statement my name is Mike. So it will be at this memory location pointed to by the socket client, and it's ready to be transmitted to the communication link which has already been established. So once I write the out, any statement or any data or any variable, depending on what the type of variable we want to write here, and there is a story behind that. You will know it in the lab session from the teaching assistants. So now this out, once I write my name is Mike into out, this association between the out and the client has already been established through this statement. So the data goes from the out into the client socket, and the TCP IP session from this time on will take care of the data, because this becomes a communication matter. It will take it, transfer it through the Ethernet card. From the Ethernet card of the system here goes to it will read it from the memory, from this location. It will put it on the line, and once it's on the line, it will, whether it's Wi-Fi or cable, it will go all the way to the other socket, which has, as I said, it has already been established after we did the accept statement, and it comes into the server socket. And on the server socket, it will be immediately transferred to the other side, which I call it the N. So now I'll stop right here for the out, and I will in the next video clip I will do the N stream, the input stream.